It's the love on the south side, yeah, that's right. Reppin' in the wood, got my hustle tight. From Chi-Town streets where the wind blows fierce, built up like steel, can't nobody pierce.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know y'all like, girl, she been here 2 days in a row. Well, today I ain't. For the next couple of days, I don't work. As you know, well, got a funeral to go to for my grandfather, so I'll be off for a couple of days. So I said, well, let me come live and go live because I am here. Now, I ain't gonna be here all day. I just saw LNC. He was on here for like 12 hours. I was like, "Oh my God." I went to sleep, woke up, and he was there. I said, "Thank you, LNC," because I like when I sleep, I like to hear people talking. So LNC, he's doing 12-hour shift. If you haven't, late night crew, go check him out. 12 hours. Now, I probably came close a couple of times because it's easy to be on here sometimes when you are, uh, it's easy to do. I can see that. But yes, well, good morning, good morning. Well, I want to talk about, I really saw Ryan's video, right? And I wanted to go and, look and talk about his videos and talk about different videos. Because I saw a Menu with Opinions video last night also. And one thing I realized with the Menu with the Opinion, when they show Clark's salary, I realized, oh, now I know why his salary was this high, and then it dropped from 134,000 to 34,000 to 75,000. Okay, I see what he's doing because if you know, you know. He with that money that he is asking for from this from the state of Illinois. Sorry. Uh-oh. He has to it says for 5 years you have to be audited. Once they give you that money, the clock starts. They continue to audit where you're spending that money. Now they can use it on salaries, but it has to be a line in the agreement in order to use it for salaries like that. So, hmm, go figure. Hey, hola, audio, hola. Well, I know hola. I don't know what means in French. He got Frenchy. Yes. So that's why I think he's just trying to cover himself so he can make sure he get his salary. And which makes sense if you're trying to get your ducks in order because they got to show and prove. Hello. Hello, Frenchie. They going to have to prove. But the sad part about this story is the firemen's and the police officers that have been laid off. Now, not too long ago, hold on, nobody like me, I gotta like me. Hype yourself up. Not too long ago, they had a whole ceremony for, was it 3 or 4 firemen's. Now, if you knew back when that you didn't have the money to cover them, why would you give them people a job like that? But I can see you giving a job to give them hope, right? I don't know. Let's see. Harvey, Illinois hires. It was on YouTube. It was at a meeting. I was there with Ryan. Ryan was there. Uh, Oh, and then okay. Gosh, I wish I had it up there. I didn't think about it. That whole video they had of that furlough was they gonna get themselves in so much trouble. And listen, I was talking to Miss Ramona yesterday. Good morning, Miss Ramona. And my question was, if they have a contract for the Clark is being on the goodwill, yeah, of the first responder to work. And at first I was thinking, Frenchie, is he taking it out on the the first responders they because we gotta pay them money for the funds that wasn't being money putting in? Because why did he pick them? Because, um, it was firemen. 'Cause that was weird that he chose the firemen, and so many of them too. So many. Um, and Harvey, they battle so many fires here, and it's crazy to displace in fire. I'm trying to find see, because they're talking about Harvey. It was a city council. Do you remember which day that was? God, well, first responders have good intentions. They are good people. Yeah, they stay neutral. They stay now remember when there was a big fire here and how many fire departments had to come and help Harvey? You know what I'm saying? It had about for this one fire, it had about maybe 10 different fire trucks that came. They sure did. Cause I was out there uh, when it live recording that fire. And so now other fire departments from all over will have to come. Okay, here. This is one I did. Let me show you my video. Um, excuse me. Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, I gotta get it. Like I said, I gotta get the time stamped. Oh, I got it right here. Hold on. Can't use my green screen right now. Okay, so it's okay. So I'm gonna show you the video. Uh, Firemen came from all over to help Harvey, and there wasn't even a crisis then that we knew of, right? So here's the fire truck. Okay, let's hit play. We're not gonna watch the whole. And they have fire trucks down in the alley. Okay, come on, D. Okay, here we can start here. Hey, now that's Harvey. There Dalton. I mean, there were a whole lot of surrounding fire trucks that came out. And listen, this wasn't too long ago. This was not too long ago. Oh no. Oh, here's my mouse. Uh let's see. That's Harvey. Okay. As you can see. So I'm pretty sure the fire department by me, they closed. Because it was closed before. So I really was surprised that fire department station was open up again. But they closed it right back down. Is that the fire that Ryan covered? Yes, I was there. I went there also. It was I don't forget how it was started. It was 2 months top. Yeah, it was still summer. Yes, it wasn't too long ago. Okay, I wanted to let's see. Wanted to show you how many fire department was there. Oh, so all 3 of these were Harvey's fire trucks? Okay, I got more. Let's see. Hold on. We trying to find some more. Hey, good morning, lady. How you doing? Can I ask you why you would you be promoting someone like LNC? Why I can't promote? I don't understand. I ain't on either side, first lady. So, hey, everybody stay in your own lane promoting it. I think that's terrible. That somebody would come and say that to you on your platform. I promote well, I don't promote everybody. I try to some people I to keep their name out my mouth because I don't wanna deal with the trauma of the drama. But, again, I do listen to LNC. That's on y'all who y'all pick and choose. So, we walked through the alley, and, it was so many I'm trying to find 'cause we counted the fire departments. I guess I didn't have it. It was about 10. This is about 10. Ugh. Oh, remember the little dogs? Well, the fire department was out there from different places all over. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think I got another one. Who was that? That is, I think that was Dalton's. They had Dalton, Blue Island, uh, Homewood, um, Dalton, Blue Island, Homewood, Riverdale. I mean, it was like I'm telling you, it was like 10 different fire departments there. So unfortunate. You could see they were lined up all down the street. So we're gonna really be in trouble out here when they said it was a squatter fire. Yes. The lady, she jumped out the window, and so she went to the hospital. The man who lived downstairs, he was, wasn't at home when it happened. Now, from my understanding, he also my part I remember him disrespecting you blandly, but, like others, I guess all is forgiven. He did apologize to me also, first lady. He didn't know who I was, but he did apologize. Um, I don't know, like, let's say this respectfully, we can we can say what we wanna say. And no disrespect to you, because I always call you a friend of mine's, but we don't have to all agree with each other. And to be honest, what I saw that night made me hey, listen, I can um, some things you can forgive and some things you gotta question yourself. And that's where I'm gonna leave that. Again, like I told who you coming to from, that I tell him I don't say his name on my channel. So I don't talk about it. And if I'm going to move for me right now, Harvey is the most important thing that is to talk about for me. So you got my number. You can call me. I ain't got time to be in that. But again, he did apologize. I moved on from it and I'm okay with it. But the other stuff I saw for myself, I'm not okay with it. So it's cool. I ain't tripping. Okay. So but you see a fire department and then this retired fire, I don't know whoever these people are, they own this like what's this called? Like a vending van? I can't think of like a food truck for the firemen who are at the fire. So when here's a big fire, this truck and these people, they are retired and they maintain this. What's my Yeah, they maintain this food truck for their fire department. So when if they need they had different Gatorades, drinks. They had a lot of different stuff on there. Girl, let me tell you this. There are a lot of grass that need to be cut in Harvey. And now that they have uh laid off people, it probably really won't get done now. Now on my block, everybody keeps their grass cut. But that's on the other side of Halsted right here. And it's a little different. On that side, it's a little different. I'm just saying. It's a little different. So, yeah. I hate there's not going to be a lot of firemen. Who's going to get the snow out the street? Now, that's a good question. I didn't think about that because the main thoroughfare, the state cleans the snow. And on the side street, uh, the city cleans the snow. So, interesting, right? That's a good one. And listen, Frenchie, and I was thinking to myself, if they're remember they the fire no, the police department, um, they lease these cars. And my question is, how does this lease gonna work? Who's gonna pay the lease now? Or are they still paying the lease? Like, how cash strapped are we? That's my question. How cash strapped are we? Now, I am still working on that Excel spreadsheet, but I'm sure by the time I finish it, Harvey will have gotten it and cleaned it up. I'm just saying, hold on for a minute. Sorry, allergy season is kicking my butt. Okay, so you're like, who's gonna pay for those them cars? That's what I be trying to figure out. And now Harvey done laid the firemen's off. Oh, it's gonna cause more problems after problem. So from my understanding, if they get that money, they can't use that money to pay off debts or pay towards funds. And maybe that's what he's doing it for. Never thought about that. Hilarious. So that's one thing. But I definitely would like to go and um show you this one partial land. I saw it on Menu with Opinion, and that the city has started working on. I showed it to you before, but now I really gotta show it to you. They I started before and where they finished one partial of this little they call it a satellite, and the other part of the satellite is um It looked like a piece of shit. I just gotta tell you it like that. It don't look right, and they just left it sitting there because they spent all the money, so they couldn't even finish it, which is frustrating. When you drive down Halsted, Imma show it to you. I'm definitely gonna show it to you. Okay, I wanna also 'cause I wanna look at Ryan video when he interviewed the fire department. And also, before I go forward, I was reading on Facebook, and, there's a GoFundMe that they have for the fire department. If I can find it, I'll put it on there. But they have a GoFundMe. A day ago. This is just the worst it could be. The budget hearing. So there was a budget meeting last month. We don't know if the budget was ever passed. I don't know. I don't know. But tell him the truth shall set him free. Okay. Oh, so that fire that we saw was it was a month ago, September 7th. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so one thing about this furlough is crazy. Hold on, let me show it to you. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's watch this video. Ay, Dios mío. Say it's good. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? Okay, here we go. I'll turn the volume on.
They will be put on temporary furlough starting this week. That includes 18 people at public.
They said, what is furlough? Now I thought the furlough means um you are you just off of work on a couple of days. But I didn't know that it mean furlough like a layoff. That's what it sound like. And see, they probably don't want to say layoff because they gotta pay that unemployment. That's my thoughts. But let's go.
Works 24 at the police department and 29 at the fire department.
It's a disappointment. I mean, just look at the city of Harvey. We need every piece of worker we can get.
Today, the chiefs of the fire department.
Oh, now this young man right here, I didn't know. And I ain't finna put her on blast. So I'm say, I ain't know. He used to try to talk to somebody I know, close. And they kept telling me, name is Courtney. And I'm like, no, I don't know him. They're like, you do. And I remember he used to be a security guard, but he was going to school. And this was back in 2001. He was going to school to get his degree in what's it called? Law enforcement? What's it called? They call that class. But I didn't know he was only 35 years old. I told them, I ain't gonna tell you who told me. I said, I thought he was older than that. I thought this boy was about 35. I thought this boy about 40, 45. But he's only 35 years old. Courtney is his name. He used to be on the Metro train platform, going to work in his uniform. And it's, from my understanding, allegedly, they say he came from Dalton, allegedly, because I don't know. This is what the conversation I just had briefly. And that's what I tell people, that Chicago is big. However, everybody knows somebody. Cause I didn't realize I knew somebody else until I went someplace, and I'm like, "Oh, small world." Yeah, so yeah. And I was like, "Oh," and she said, "He's very aggressive, and he always been aggressive." I said, "Dang, okay." Hey, the plant lady, how you doing? I'm glad you can join us. We just talking about I ain't got no money. And I had time today to talk about it. I know folks don't want me to be saying folks' names, but one thing I for sure, two things for certain, I'm a grown woman and I can say and do what I want to do. I don't get involved in y'all mess and y'all shenanigans, but I can, if I, whoever I want to say their names, I'm going to say their name, plant lady. Here we go.
Department and the police department sat with the mayor. They shared that details of their operations are still being worked out. At least for now, all vacations at the fire department are on hold.
It's been difficult. You know, you're giving out.
So when he said all vacations are on hold, what he mean by that? Is he saying that they can't take their vacation? Huh? What? Nah, I can't work nowhere and I can't take a vacation. That's almost like you are, man, that's terrible. And then the second thing is who decided who could and can and should be on furlough? So they probably cannot, when you use the word furlough, you can't file for unemployment because you wasn't laid off. And have they been paying that? There's you have to pay into the unemployment. So you can't trust no man with no mustache. And he barely got a mustache. Look at they got this sneaky eye. You going what Fred Sanford used to say? You fish eye, you know? Here we go. He's hilarious to me.
Notices to people who.
And that's what I said, and I'm gonna say it again. That meeting last week was not about the residents of Harvey, and that meeting was about the employee. That was a citywide employee meeting that they just called it a public forum for the resident. So basically, they basically could say, "Oh, there's a meeting tonight I'm gonna go to." But they're basically saying that we were invited to the meeting, but the meeting was for the all the employees. Because if you remember what I said when I went to that meeting, on in the back end, on one corner of the room, the firemen were all in the corner. Behind me, the police officers were gathered behind me and in the lobby. Um, City Works was on the other side, and I saw uh, all the employees who would sit in front. They weren't um, they weren't residents. They were all employees. So that's why I'm saying it was just a employee meeting, not a residents meeting. See, and one thing I like about Dalton, y'all came together, make the stuff work, good, bad, or indifference. Harvey, they ain't trying to show us shit. Excuse my French.
You have seen his family. You know some of them. You know some of their family members.
Today, Harvey's mayor emphasized the city was out of options after inheriting.
And look, okay, let me tell you. First of all, it was interesting. He got a box of tissue. He got his Bible. You know, they set this up because the communication department did not let go anybody. You got your pamphlets and you got Abraham Lincoln. You got his little awards and certificates. So these are the bulletin, the brochures they pass out. I be like, I look at it and I say, well, I got a dustpan. I go through it and I toss it in the garbage because ain't nothing in there I need.
A legacy of mismanagement 6 years ago. Mayor Clark hopes help from the state would materialize if the city's application of financially distressed city is approved by the Department of Revenue and the General Assembly.
If it were to go through the General Assembly and pass and the governor signed it,
Yes, Will Davis is the person who has um, brought that bill to the state. So, ugh.
I think the governor would possibly appoint a board that would then oversee the finances and the operations of the city.
Residents we spoke with are frustrated by the city's financial problems.
We need them to come in here and start making some changes, bring business back, get these abandoned houses torn down, and start rebuilding these houses.
The union rep.
And he right. Oh, excuse me. Harvey needs to all those vacant lots they got. All them vacant lots they got. They need to put houses on them lots. Now, now I don't know why they haven't, and that's the question. Y'all know people. Y'all got investors. Put houses back on that lot. That would help a whole lot. And I'm just saying, I know it may be right or wrong, but and the people who have fines and like make it where they can afford to pay it so we can get more of these houses back. Cause just think about it. If Harvey doesn't have if they have a lot of abandoned houses and vacant lots, my question would be, 10 years ago, my question would be, Chauncey Billup was arrested. Damn. Um, what does the school look like? What does the school look like? The school, they can't be full. They can't be. So they have to, I bet you they got a low turnout in schools. I'm just saying. But ain't nobody talk about that. Why is my uh ay Dios mío. Sleeping with okay. Yeah. So I'm just saying. Trying to find my computer. Mm, so that's one thing. Just to think about. The schools are not the schools are not filled, but the school they have their own issues. So when I say issues, I mean like because I remember Ryan ran for a position and they blocked him. So it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. I'ma say that all the time. Especially living in these we're a small town with major problems. I'm like, why is everybody um why is everybody you know there's a lot of towns having financial issues. I'm just saying. Financial issues. Uh, See when you ain't looking for stuff, you find it. It just pops up. So I'm just over Harvey. Some days I just want to move. But my mother used to say, no matter where you go, there will be problems. And yeah, they're not gonna get no unemployment. Okay, I'm trying. Yeah, if they weren't there. Um, hmm. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the video that I'm looking for. And I'm not gonna be able to find it on this video. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. So I feel sorry for the people who have been laid off. And listen,
Representing the furloughed
oh,
workers in the public works departments tell us they will be meeting with the Harvey employees this evening. In the meantime,
um, there's a meeting tonight. I need to find out what time is that meeting.
So it is a financial emergency in Harvey.
It's a financial emergency.
70.
My question is, how can it be a financial hardship in Harvey? And it's been like you knew when you first walked in there that there's a hardship, there's a situation going on, and now you want to act like you brand new, like you couldn't take care of it. But as I saw Minion, because Minion did a for you, that your paycheck was steady going up when Harvey was in has been in distress. And I really wanted to see on his for you how many people on that for you employees who income went up and down like that. Because I'm trying to figure out, and if you are in the audience, why ain't Harvey operational fee is $50 million a year? And my question is, how much do you typically get from the state or from the property taxes? Like what number, not percentage wise. Cause that percentage, we can't really go on percentage wise because the percentage wise is not giving you an actual number, right? So how much do you physically get from the state? We don't want to hear 52%, 53%. We want to hear and first of all, do anybody ever get 100% of the property taxes that um goes into from the uh come from the property Cook County assessors or the property tax people? And listen, they don't talk about, because I just looked at my bill. And sometimes we just pay the bill and we never pay like who gets what out out that bill. Do I have it here? Hold on for a minute. Let me go get my bill. My water and my light bill. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Okay, so for I mean, it's really pennies, but they still get money. I don't. So for my, excuse me, ComEd, we pay municipal tax $2.54. Now you multiply that $2.54 to how many people are here who got a light bill. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, there's renters here also. There's apartment buildings too also. So they probably get a nice little chunk. Because you know that $2.50 will add up. Now the gas bill, the municipal gets Harvey $31.33 at 5.15%. So we pay $1.61 for my gas bill. That's why I be trying to keep my bills low. Not only I don't want to pay extra to nobody. And the state is 35. Municipal is the highest tax that I pay on the gas bill. So remember that. So what's interesting is, and that's just in the bills. So when you do your property taxes and you pay that goes to everybody get a cut of that. So of course he probably get 52% because the park district, the county, the state, the library, everybody get a part of your money. So y'all are working for the people. And that's why I, living in Texas, where they have no state tax, they must get county taxes though. It's crazy. And to be going through the highest, you know how many people are homeless out here? I'd rather be. No, I ain't gonna say that. I don't claim that. So let me shuck along, move along. If the financial issue in Harvey gets resolved or better, are they going to hire back the same people, or are they going to hire more of their family, friend, for upcoming election? Listen, I like that one right there, Frenchie. And to be honest, you are so correct. Because I remember when Clark got in, he fired somebody and because his daughter works for the city, if I'm not mistaken. And and the thing is, they had layoff before, and you heard the fireman said that before a sec. But that was during the Kellogg administration, and that layoff must have lasted a long time. I think Harvey over promise people because the fire station near me, it's been closed for years. But there was always somebody there to, to maintain it. You're right. And then I was thinking about that fire station that they closed. If you know Harvey, there are trains. There are okay. Oh, so is it 3 train? I want to say there's 2 fire departments that's on one side of the train station, and I think there's one on the other side. Now, which one do you close? Because not sometimes, a lot of time, sometimes the trains, if you got a train in your town, you already know what I'm about to say. Sometimes the trains would sit there forever. Ever, I'm telling you, forever. And so if there was a fire on the other side and the train is sitting there, who is gonna put the fire out? Because I'm thinking to myself, I think the fire station, I bet you, and I'm gonna ask Ryan. I know the one by me is gonna close. I'm self-aware of that one because they closed it before. The one by Ryan, I think they're gonna close that one. I don't know, because the one by Ryan is near the fire department. No, the one by Ryan is near the city hall. So I can see them keeping the one close to the city hall open for them. So it's interesting, right? Hmm. Yeah, oh, and the wintertime is coming. And that's what I'm talking about the fire department because the wintertime is coming, right? And when the wintertime comes, squatters go into these houses, and let me tell you, they make heat. That one time the lady that I had met at Jules, she said, yeah, I used to live in the houses that are that are on Halsey Street in Harvey. And she says as a homeless, but now she can't get back in them. You know, one thing I would like, and so on Halston, Harvey owns majority a whole block, y'all. And I wish that where they would reach out to Restoration Ministry. I'm going there today and build a homeless or recovery home on that street. Like that whole almost 2 blocks shouldn't be abandoned like that. Look crazy. Closing one of the two is putting the residents in jeopardy. Definitely. Don't let it be a train. Don't let it be a train, girl, in harm's way. Don't let it be a train. Because if it's a train, somebody's going to suffer. And the fire ain't going to wait till the train moves. And is there a way around the trains? Um, you will have to go down. They will have to go down. No, there's no way around the trains to get from one side to the other, from where the fire department's at. You would literally have to get on the expressway, then get off at 127 and come back around to 100 to get to bypass the train. We jacked. But just wait. Somebody gonna sue Harvey. They are going to sue Harvey because of it. And let's watch another video.
City employees were sent home today, including police officers and firefighters. Mayor Christopher Clark says furloughs are the only way to keep the city afloat as they face over $100 million in debt. NBC5's Courtney Sisk is in Harvey tonight with what happened.
That sounds crazy. We face a $100 million in debt. But why? When you got to, listen, let's be logical here, y'all. If you're home, you know how much money you got in the bank. You know where you're getting money from. I'm sorry, I had to breathe on that one. You know where you're getting money from. You know what bill is coming up. And you wait until now to say we in $100 million. You ain't said when we got into $10 million in debt, $15 million in debt. Hey, listen. Why you just didn't show us the paperwork? Show us everything. At this point, Clark, put it on the table. As they say, put it on the floor. Put it on. Hey, Miss, how you doing, Miss Malone? I miss you, and I hope all is well. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. For real, for real. But you know what I'm saying? If when he first walked in that office and we was $5 million in debt, say, resident, I'm gonna post the receivables and the payables out to you so you can see how much Kellogg left us in debt. Now that's real talk right there. Put it on the flow. Then nobody can't say, "Oh yeah, he's not being transparent." No, it'd be like, man, he the realest one out here. We needed him. He the mayor we didn't know we needed. Now he's the mayor we realized we didn't hope that we realized we hope we didn't need. You know what I'm saying? And that's my issue. Really, it is. Because who's gonna buy a home, buy property here, knowing we in debt? You know what I'm saying? If I want to sell, I know I ain't. People be like, "I'm a second guess it because your taxes too high." It ain't like I live in Country Club Hills. At least you're getting a nice house out there. But no shade, no shade, no drama. Um, so that's what we wish he had done was let us know before we got to 10 million. Because when you do your bills at home, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'm close to man, my check on ain't gonna pay all this today. What I need to cut out. Listen, and you be like, you at the budget, like, man, I can't afford this house. I need to sell this house so I can have money to live on. Or I need to sell these properties so I can have. Oh, that's not a good picture, dude. Let me switch it up. That's my friend right there. Oh, I did some traveling last month. You girl. I've taken me about 3 weeks to get it back together. Heck yeah. And I miss our fun day field trip days. Listen, Miss Malone, I do too. I went back to work, Miss Malone. And so I try to jump on when I can. Uh, I miss doing all that, but I just needed to do something more productive. And I see that uh the negativity hasn't changed out here. So I'm glad I made a decision to, you know, like do like most people do who can and who are able to go back to work and stay busy because this internet will drag you to the moon and back. Or find something productive to do because this is crazy. But anyway, I digress. But I'm glad you took some time for you, got yourself, did a snatch back, and you back in order. Listen, I want to turn the heat up, but shoot. But anyway, but you know what I'm saying? If you can't afford it, you ain't put money to the side for it. You getting raises, even if you had your own business. You know you can't get no raise to yourself and you ain't making no money coming in and you need to pay your employees. You know you can't be having fireworks. I don't care if the part was donated, the salaries was not donated. I bet you them salaries wasn't donated for for those different events that they had. We didn't need the firework. You could have kept the fireworks. I'd rather you had took the money, him himself take the correct amount of pay cut, uh, because it's a part-time job. Now he can't really, to be honest, Clark can't really say nothing about Napoleon Harris because he works a part. They both have part-time jobs, making full-time income. Sit on that for a while. Clark is paying himself like he a full-time employee, and you not full-time. A lot of people have second jobs. Good for you, D-Love. Yes, this internet can be so mentally draining. Definitely. You have to know when to take a break. And that's what I did, girl. I took a break from it. But I've been watching, I be seeing what be going on out in these streets. Some of it's right, some of it's wrong, and some of it don't make no sense. And some of it's like, you can't bully people. That's my whole thing. But it is what it is. So that's the problem with Harvey. Like, I guess it's like you know what it's almost sound like? It almost sound like they knew that they was coming to this, right? So they said we're gonna spend all much money we can so we can ask the state for more money so we can spend. Because ain't no way in hell that we should have been having a fireworks and the what's that called? What's that? The Gospels Fest or whatever they want to call it. Listen, I had said a while ago it needed to be a moratorium of no events in Harvey. Just no events. They not gonna miss it. They're not gonna miss the events. Trust me, because from the library to the school board to all of it, no event. Well, the school board is totally different, but the library, Harvey Park District, school board, no Park District, library, and City Hall. Don't please stop doing these festivals and stuff because we can't afford it. And the people who they can help, they can't take they can't partake in it. A lot of people right now are scared. And they say, "Oh yeah, we scared of Clark." A lot of I'm telling you, the Spanish speaking population out in Harvey is big. And I probably drive around there today just uh to see if the ice is in the area today. Because I got tan today. And wait a minute, that ain't my smoke detector, is it? Thought I heard the smoke detector. But so a lot of them are not going to come out and participate, right? Hey, listen, they got a whole. It's like they hit it a whole campment of mobile homes. It looked like no shade to Tijuana, but it looked like the old Tijuana when I went to Tijuana. I'm just saying, it's a lot happening, baby. A lot happening. A lot has happened. Clark is taking advantage of the residents and the perks that he has created to take for himself. And he definitely did that, Miss Malone. And he continued to do that. Oh, Miss Malone knows she kicking it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Doing something constructive. Pick a side, take a side. Whoever, and he be killing me on this Facebook, this YouTube. Dang. Ooh. Yes. Greedy politics. It's greedy. And I remember what Trina said. She said, Will Davis, I believe that's who she said, was the one who put it in a bill to get Napoleon Harris his raise. So it's almost like Will Davis needs to be talked to respectfully. Girl, go ahead. I appreciate you being here and you enjoy water aerobics, doing something positive and mentally satisfying in your life. I'm right behind you. I'm not going to be on here long. I got family coming in, so I can't be on here too long. But I am going to the meeting tonight. So a lot of the Spanish speaking community, they not coming out. They are afraid. ISIS is driving around. I be seeing them in my alley at night walking. I mean, not the ISIS, Spanish people. I don't know where they going, but they folks be walking in the alley. They don't walk on the main streets anymore. Because if they got to run from the policias, sure, you could jump a gate and keep it going. Yes, yes. So that's what he's taking advantage of. Because how do you go from 50,000 to $135,000 last year? I ain't heard such. That's crazy. What are you doing? What Harvey got going on for a part-time position? that you decided you need to be paid $100,000. Now I remember, who was that? Not Glenwood, Linwood, and that was early this year, and the people rallied for that mayor to keep her 6 figures. But the people in Harvey are not rallying. Some words are hard for me, to keep his salary. And remember, I don't know if y'all remember, right? Remember when Ryan confronted Clark about his salary? And he later said, "No, I don't make that amount." But well, you know what makes sense? At that time when Ryan asked him, he didn't make that amount because he had reduced his salary when Ryan asked him about it. So it's all mind games and tricks around here. Yeah, he crying. This is crazy. Listen. Maybe, just maybe, since building contractors, did they lay the building contractors off or the building inspectors? Because they did, and I can put the other side of my gate up.
Happens next.
Buildings boarded up for blocks and vacant, overgrown lots lying downtown.
Okay. Hold on. There's a part of this he just showed. Let's see.
Financial emergency in Harvey. 70 city employees were sent home today.
70. I thought they said 69. 67.
Including police officers and firefighters. Mayor Christopher Clark says furloughs are the only way to keep the city afloat as they face over $100 million in debt.
How the hell did we get to $100 million in debt? That's the part I can't understand. Like I would like to see a full printout. Now I'm not a finance major. I have taken accounting a couple of times. And I got some accountants in my family. But I would like to know, and I would like to see for myself how we get to 50. And they used to do that when I used to work in advertising. And they used to do that PowerPoint, and you can barely read it. Could he post it online so we could see his PowerPoint? I know his people in the audience. Please and thank you. I want to show y'all something.
BC5's Courtney Sisk is in Harvey tonight with what happens next.
Okay, so is this the building? No. I would say the building that Clark owned, it looks just like this building. I don't know if he still owns it, but it's on the opposite side of the street. Yeah, this is not it because that's the you can see the train station. So it's not the building. But it's across the street from it.
Buildings boarded up for blocks and vacant.
Yeah, they showing towards the train station.
Overgrown lots lying downtown Harvey.
For 6 years.
Oh, see. Man, I hate this time of year. Unbelievable. That's what Frenchie says. Clark needs to furlough himself. Facts. He didn't. I like you said that. I didn't even think about that. Why is he still getting a check and everybody else is not? You are so correct. He needs to furlough. He done made more than enough where he can furlough also himself and still work. He's probably working part-time anyway. Clark needs to furlough himself. Oh, I got to pin this one. himself or work for no pay until he gets the finance backing. But like he got bills to pay and he gonna make sure his bills are paid. So he deliberately did not mention himself taking a furlough pay. I like a cut. Hold on.
It's 9:30 a.m.
Thank you.
No reminders scheduled.
Okay, sorry. But I like that this. You're so right about that. Like if you truly for the people, you take a pay cut also. You could have took your pay cut, your paycheck, especially when it was 135,000. You could have took that paycheck and paid their salaries, at least a couple of them for at least no, that's for 2 months. He could have helped. He could have helped. Yeah, I like that one. Folks don't want to do right. They selfish. But listen, Miss Malone, I bet you some money. We can say maybe, maybe not. He might come around and say, I'm going to uh I'm going to donate my salary. Listen, because there's people who work for him. They own homes. They got children. If you got, and you can't even, the sad part about this, you can't apply for unemployment. It's one thing you can apply for unemployment. I'm going to have to put that on top. They had 10 police officers each meet only watching Ryan and the alderman. They watching everybody in that room. That's why I stopped going, Frenchie. I got tired of you. When you go in that room, you feel like you're a criminal when you go into those city council meetings. A straight criminal. And so and the question is, how much money is his detail making? Hey Curtis, how you doing? Glad you can join us. How much money is Harvey Mayor is paying for his detail? I know it got to be a crazy amount because just think, follow the money. And when Tiffany was in office, they followed the money to how much how much the police were being paid. And that took a big chunk of the money in their budget. I bet you the same things happened to Harvey. And he's not going to show it or he ain't going to tell it. If you want to be a leader, lead by example. Oh, drop the mic on that. Oh, I got the girl. Drop the mic. That lets you know he's not for the people. He's definitely not for the people. He be trying to act like he for the people. But when you got the street walkers walking down the street, you got the people selling drugs at the car wash, and you ain't for the people who pay their taxes to live in this community. Good morning, my friend. I hope you're having a fabulous day.
Someone was detected at your front door.
Hold on. Gotta make sure it ain't the people. 1 second, sorry. Gotta keep an eye on the cameras, you know that. Okay. Yes. And he almost had to throw out some sort of bone to the resident to get them to vote for him. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't vote for him. I know I didn't vote for him. And when McCaskill ran, I didn't vote for him either. I ain't voting. I'm not voting because you black. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Yes. And that's okay, let's watch Ryan's video. But I like that.
years, we've been asking him to keep his word, to sell all the hundreds of city properties that sit vacant. It's no surprise that we have not made.
Well, in going through the list that we went through last weekend, we didn't go through the full list, but I would say if we went through 20, there was only 5 had houses, a building on it. The rest were just vacant properties.
Made up that lost property tax revenue because most of the property, many are owned by the city, and those that are not, Mayor Clark has done nothing to get them back on the tax rolls.
City Council.
And here it is, right? You see this building right here? That's the building. I think it's the one next to it that Clark owns. That his law firm used to be in this building, but it was like it was in this building, this white building. Because when I used to work downtown, I would walk down this street to catch the train. And this used to be a bank. That bank is gone. And that bank was there for a very long time. And I'm pretty sure there's people who live upstairs. You can put these signs on the door if you want to. But yeah, this is Clark's. At one time, he owned this building where his I don't know if he owned it. They say he did. He had his law firm in a law office.
Council declared it financially distressed.
We need help from the federal, state, and county government. We need brighter minds to come in and help us to figure this out.
Mayor Chris.
And he just realized they needed brighter minds to figure this out. You didn't have a clue when you got in here? Sir, you did people a disjustice with not having a plan. You wanted a seat and had no plan to get us out the mess, huh? He said, brighter mind. If you need stronger and brighter mind, you don't need to be in that office. You need somebody else who's going to be smarter and who innovative. Because if you can't figure out just the basic issue and fixing the problem, you just taking a whole lot of money for no reason. I'm just saying.
Christopher Clark took over in 2019. He says he inherited $164 million of debt from.
He inherited $164 million. That was 6 years ago. $164 million. So they paid out $64 million? Because are we in $100 million now? Or this one got way past his that he can figure out how much it costs.
An unprecedented prior administration. But in the past 5 years since, he says Harvey is still about $149 million in debt.
We're asking for, of course, our residents to give us some time and some patience.
In the meantime,
So question is, how much, like, if you didn't have the money, why are we doing stuff if we didn't have the money? I'm confused. No mustache, no credibility. I tell you, can't trust a man who ain't got no hair on his face.
percent of his city workforce is temporarily laid off. The furlough.
Oh, that's the one by me. I don't know where is this picture taken at. That building don't look familiar. And those are not the new Harvey. Harvey got new police cars.
City workforce is temporarily laid off.
Yeah, this one is by me. And this one had been closed for years. For years. I want to say in the last 3 years, maybe 4 years. It's been open. But it was a shock that it was open because it's always closed. And the house next to it is abandoned, vacant. Behind it is a appliance store. And across the street is a grammar school.
The furloughs mean significant cuts to public safety, including half of the city's firefighters.
And I'm going to tell you this. I woke up around 4 o'clock this morning. I heard shooting outside. I said, "Oh, Lord." I just went back to sleep.
And one of the 3 stations will temporarily close.
Oh, one of the 3 stations. Okay, so that makes sense. So that one right there is gonna close, I'm sure. And I think the one by the city hall is gonna be open, and the one that's near, Dixie Highway is gonna stay open, because then that'd be one on opposite side of the the trains.
It's going to be much, much more difficult, and it's going to be much more dangerous for us and the citizens. You know, we're running at half crews, and then, hoping that we can get everything done with a skeleton crew.
The city says the Cook County Sheriff's Office will coordinate law enforcement.
First of all, I wanna make this clear public announcement. Cook County Sheriff always has been, patrolling Harvey, sometimes more than others. So it's really nothing new. They just announcing it. I wanna
Support if needed, and neighboring fire departments can also assist. Some Harvey aldermen and a group of Thornton Township activists say although Mayor Clark inherited substantial debt, he's had more than 5 years to reverse course and be transparent about debt progress.
When you take over office, you should know what you're getting into. You should know your debts. You know what your debts are. You know when you get paid. You know if you got enough money.
And listen, isn't that what I just said? You know how much money you get. And the biggest problem Harvey has is the communication. Communication. The treasurer and the controller don't talk. The controller does not want to work with the treasurer, which is the craziest thing ever. Why you don't want to work with the treasurer, the controller? That's what they need to be talking about. Why the controller does not want to work with the treasurer? Why they not putting the controller out there? Because he came from the Kellogg administration. Now, if you came from the Kellogg administration, you know where the bone's at. You know the real reason. But all he does is nod his head. There's a reason why he still got his job.
Money to pay your bills to when you're going to run out of money.
It's unacceptable that you now are asking for relief from the state government to bail out a city-level government which you've been responsible for several years.
Meanwhile, House Bill 4024 could provide $30 million to Harvey if passed, but it has yet to leave committee. Courtney Sisk, NBC.
Ain't that what I told you? That's exactly what I said.
NBC5 News.
Like, a lot of this could have been
Notice went out to dozens.
A lot of this could have been avoided had it just talk. And because he didn't want to talk to the people of Harvey and wanted to talk to his employees. See, because he don't think of us as we are the employers. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad part. Hold on. I think those are helicopters. It's crazy when the helicopters are around. And you can hear the whistles going off. That's when immigration is nearby. But anyway, Harvey World. Harvey World just put out an article, put something out. Harvey World News. Oh, yes, they sure did. But ain't no way that you not know that we in debt. How we get here? That's the question. And we can't get out the mess. And it's gonna take a while before we get out of this. It's gonna take a while. And I don't even know if we could do it even in uh, Clark's tenure. Mm-mm. It's gonna have to happen after he gets out. But I think he really just trying to um, push the can down the road, as one would say. You push the can down the road, and it's all it's gonna do is affect the your heirs, and that's the most frustrating part. So you're trying to get this taken care of now, and I'm with it. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go to the meeting on Monday. Um, yeah, I won't be able to go, unfortunately. And I didn't think about that before I even agreed to do what I needed to do. But I will be watching. I definitely will be watching. So, well, I think that's all I had. I don't remember that. I think that's all I had. I was trying to find what I wanted to tell you, but anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I hope we're gonna stay on top of the Harvey situation. Um, okay. Oh, it's said 2 months ago. Hold on. Show you this real quick. Show you this. Listen, I ain't. This said 2 years ago.
We'll call this meeting to order. This is the City of Harvey Council meeting dated Monday, July 28, 2025.
And see, he got that vitamin water. They know they be getting that expensive water. And they know they ain't paying for it. And don't offer the resident nothing, not a drop of water to drink. And if he ain't drinking the Harvey water, why should we drink the Harvey water?
Monday, 7:10 p.m. And all of the
Hold on, what time he say my phone?
We'll call this meeting to order. This is the City of Harvey Council meeting dated Monday, July 28, 2025. It is 7:10 p.m.
Oh, July 25.
And all the persons present, please mark yourself as such.
Oh no, we not gonna listen to a whole hour.
Try to figure out if there's another way for us to go about handling these particular matters. But like I said, I do want to make sure that I give comment.
How it's going to be enforced. Fortunately, I came from to the noise level.
I can't listen to her.
Sound like she smoke us. Paid in full for violations of city codes.
It sound like she done smoke a whole pack of Newports in one day.
Street, Harvey, Illinois.
It does not dawn on you that maybe I shouldn't sit in front of this house, okay, and let my trunk rattle.
I know what that's about.
To make sure as well
Hold on.
that all concerned to the podium, state your name, please limit your comments to minutes. No speaker may donate his or her time to another speaker. Comments shall be courteous and respectful at all times.
And that's his mother right there.
Use public comment for the purpose of campaign.
He just doing extra time.
Good evening. My name is Melissa Crawley, and I've lived in Harvey long enough to know when leadership becomes a threat. What happened to me wasn't just personal, it was political and retaliatory and illegal. Mayor Christopher Clark falsely claimed that I tried to enter his home, and that lie set off a chain of abuse. I was dragged out of my home barefoot, locked in a filthy cell, then forcibly sedated at Ingalls Hospital, treated like an animal, treated like a criminal, with no warrant, no crime, and no medical cause. All because I spoke up against him. All because I showed up to his house in protest. Mayor Clark, you said you had video that could show me entering your home, or at least trying to attempt to enter your home. It's been weeks. Where's that video? You can't produce it because it never happened. You didn't tell the public that your ally, Jedediah Brown, made threats online. You didn't mention the alias that you often use during political disagreements, Cookie Ross. You didn't mention any of that. Let's talk about Jedediah Brown, who's here tonight. At the last meeting, he
to stop doing things in the dark. Thank you.
That's the lady who. That was the lady who.
Next up is Ms. Allen, followed by Blanche James Watson.
They took her mother's house.
Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. I'm Suzanne Allen. I am representing and speaking for Betty M.
She's a
Allen.
teacher.
She is an 89-year-old resident of Harvey, Illinois. I allege that the city of Harvey has figured out how to weaponize the water department. No, my mother's not cuddled nicely into her home. Right now, she's still upset because there's her yard has been torn up. It was knocked on our door, a knock came on our door from a realtor that basically stated, hey, we can't do anything with the house on your property. We'll sell it back to you for pennies on the dollar, pennies on the dollar. And this was from a realtor. So we're like, something's up, let's go take a look at it. Come to find out, my mom owned both houses on the property. Freddie Mac may have had it in 2021, but someone needs to ask how they got it. What you're looking at, we allege there are improprieties that are, it's not correct. Unfortunately, that is not rested. How do you sell a perfectly nice home for $2,000? P.S. Who got the $2,000? Where does it benefited? Who was the investor that you sold it to, and who is a part of that investment team? Unfortunately, I had to take a break in order to take care of some things medically, and it is not rested, it is not over. We have never received due process. We have never received due process. We are long-term residents of the city of Harvey. My mother has lived in this area for more than 27 years. She has never once been late on a water bill, ever. However, they cut her water off a little more than a year ago. April 24, I believe it was the water holiday, water reclamation day or something. Her water was cut off, 89-year-old lady. She couldn't take a bath, she couldn't brush her teeth for more than 30 days. In order to get that water turned back on, we had to agree for the properties to be separated under duress that an 89-year-old woman had to suffer. And it is not over. I just need you to know that.
So one thing I realize is if you look at these PIN numbers, it may not have happened under Clark. It may have happened under Kellogg that PIN number got changed. And that's why it's important if you are in the Cook County area to put a alert on your account. So if anybody get a loan on your property, the PIN number change, anything moving on your PIN number, you'll be notified immediately from the Cook County. And that's what happened. Because who would know to go back every blue moon and check and see what's going on your property? So check it out.
Research has to be completed, and then we will take this a little bit further. I will not have my mom's property being taunted by the city of Harvey as some good thing. She is not in the Myrtle Avenue when they're taking these additional houses to put in a pond or something. My mom's house is not there. Her house is on 155th and Myrtle. There was a sign put in that yard, something about it was under this development. I knew this was going to happen because it looked like a big smoke screen. I allege, the city of Harvey has done this purposely, I allege that the city of Harvey needs to stop doing things in the dark. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Glennis James Watson, followed by Vance Wyatt /
Because you don't have any spine. You need to get some spine and represent the ward that you're supposed to be representing. You can't do this and go and get that salary every month and tell me you're doing something. And the other thing, you're collecting money for beautification, and guess what? Ain't nothing being beautified.
This shirt saves life.
Having meetings with our people. We haven't had a meeting since I've been.
I agree with him on that one.
The bus terminal being a pillar of this community.
Oh boy, please. Boy, bye. Oh, is this the same? I think this is the same night of that fight.
In Root and Harvey.
Thank you. Next is Tim King Jr., followed by Dionysus Paul.
It's Reverend M. King Jr., Church of Daniel Chapel in Phoenix, but I'm a reverend.
He's gonna run. He's running. He said he's gonna run against. What's that man name? And he my alderman, Tyrone Rogers.
President of Harvey for over 40 years. And I ran a couple of times. I'm not talking politics. I ran a few times with false promises given for the 6th ward. I'm a particular put on that. And also something else here. How can you have a finance meeting about an hour before you have the regular meeting? How do you do that? How in the world, Alderman Tyrone Rogers, how can you have a meeting and not know anything about what you're talking about? How can you do that? How can you stand up there and do that? Just like I put it on the mirror, I put you in the mirror and you on blast about that Vietnam Veterans Memorial. I made an agreement with the mayor about that a long time ago, but I never got a financial help or anything. And I took pictures and put it out on there, and finally somebody put the flags up and cut it down. Myself and the alderman of the 4th ward, we worked together on some of that. He did. He volunteered, put lights on and stuff like that. The alderman of the 2nd ward, she's working hard, having meetings with our people.
So what he's talking about, like, there's a Veterans Memorial in the 6th ward, and I had seen that myself. It's in 2 places, and the trees and weeds are grown all around it. There's no flags up there. So the city hadn't been taking care of it. So I guess this man right here has been working with the city of Harvey and different aldermen to keep the grass cut and get the flags flown on those poles. I'm going to show it to y'all one day.
We haven't had a meeting since I've been seeing you in here. The only time I see my alderman is in this meeting working finance. Where the 6th ward's got on Halsted Street, you got a prostitute. I heard the chief said they're taking care of all these problems. Well, guess what? Right after that meeting, and the mayor made this thing that he wants to have a settlement with everybody. He wants some peace and some love with everybody. But guess what happened? As soon as we got out this building, was a lineup of the police officers and walked us off the property immediately. I was standing there. They said, keep on moving. Is that freedom? Is that what you call
Now he does have a point now. If they line and make everybody get off the property at the city hall, but the people who prostitution, selling drugs, just loitering around, they could just stand there, and not be told to move. Don't we got an ordinance for loitering? They'll And then if they resist, you send them to jail. But they don't do that with the people who stand on that corner and in that car wash. It's in that car wash at night. It's no lights on that street. It's on the main street too. They be backed up in the corner and they be having their little meetings. And I was like, and I mean I mean that sarcastically. And I be like, where the police at? They not gonna move them along. But he definitely made a strong point there.
A way of saying we're going to settle this and we're going to be kinder and loving each other. Are we in a police state? When I went to Vietnam, I thought I was fighting for freedom, but I wasn't fighting for this. I was not fighting to have my freedom taken away. I wasn't fighting to see what I see in the streets. I wasn't fighting for burglaries like a right across the street from my house. I wasn't fighting for prostitution when this prostitute has been out there since the report has been made by the police and said they took everybody off the street.
And listen, he not lying. She's still out there. And she not only out there, there's several more who are out there. They got one big one who's out there, and she be sitting on this abandoned on this building, and it's a ledge. She be sitting out there. I'll be looking like, girl, keep it moving, honey. Don't.
And guess what? Right after the meeting, I left her, I went down Halsted Street. She was still working the streets on Halsted, Tyrone, right by the wooden keg. And had nobody bothering her.
They go from the wooden keg to, on the wooden keg is like on 140. Is it on 145th wooden keg? 145th. Yeah, the 145th. And they go all the way to like where Popeye's at 146. And they just stroll across from the wooden keg, and then they go to the car wash, and then there's another store. I don't think they sell cigarettes, but they sell Lucy's. And they sell Lucy's, and I know and the police don't do nothing about it.
Still people living in that abandoned building over there on Halsted Street. They set themselves up where they living inside the building. I guarantee you one thing
Now he right about that, because I saw that for myself. They moved, it's boarded up. It's a different building, but it's behind Popeyes. And there's it's boarded up. So what they do is they move the board and go in it and then put it back. So you don't, I've seen them do it. So you think it's still abandoned, so the police won't do anything.
For sure. I know I can't talk politics, but in 2028, I guarantee you, we're going to clean house. We're going to clean house. We're not going to let this happen anymore. We've got people laid off and they don't even know they was laid off. What kind of notice is that? You're laid off. What kind of notice is that? You're not getting information. You need to get information. These all the persons have the right to know what's going on before the meeting started, not just the four followers. The 4 disciples, yes, I can tell you, the mayor made the comment. I don't have to worry about this vote because I'm not voting. He already knows you're going to vote with him. I don't care what it is, because you don't have any spine. You need to get some spine and represent the ward that you're supposed to be representing. You can't do this and go and get that salary every month and tell me you're doing something. And the other thing, you're collecting money for beautification, and guess what? Ain't nothing being beautified.
And listen, he told Ed he's running for alderman of the same ward that I live in. I will vote for him because at least I know he gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. And that's all we can ask for. Yes. That's all we can ask for. I appreciated that. I had to end it on that note. Cause I got family coming in today. So I got to sashay Shantae. Well, again, I thank each and every one of you all for showing up. I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm not sure if I'll be come live. If I come live, it'll be on Sunday. Do another live. And that's because again, I have a funeral this weekend. But I just want to say hello and hola and buenas Diaz, good morning. And I thank each and every one of you all who have stopped by to hear what I got to say, because I had a rant, R-A-N-T, rant about what is going on in the city of Harvey. Now, I may come back later, and because I want to show you, I really want to show you the satellite thing that they did not finish. And thank you, Curtis. I appreciate it. My grandfather was 104, so I'm sad that he gone, but I'm happy that he's not in pain. But thank you, appreciate it. So what else was I say? Yeah, because there's some things I do want to show you in Harvey, and now I got my city sticker. The police can't stop me. Listen, I'll be like, oh. They already know. But okay, well, on that note, this is your girl D-Love from the South Side. Signing off for now, but not for long. Hope you have a great day. Hope to be able to come back later. And listen, be kind to your friends. Respect the decision people make. And it's okay to forgive and move on. On that note, holla. And I'll see y'all later. Later, y'all. Peace, love, was it? Love, peace, and hair grease.